So, today I will talk to you about the importance of having love in your life, the importance of loving others. So, you know how everyone goes by every day. We focus on our own problems, we focus on everything that we're supposed to achieve, but we just forget to love the moment that we're in. We forget that life moves on, and not a single day that we've experienced will come back. And we experience our friends, we experience our family, we experience the people that we love around us, and we experience moments with them every single day. But we forget that each day that we see them, the same day will never come back. It's a new page every day. It's like turning the page of a book every single day. Every single day we wake up, and every single day we spend time with the people we love. It's a day, and it's very valuable. We often forget how much value a day has, how much value time brings compared to the things that we're chasing. Yes, it's important to chase, it's important to go after your dreams, it's important to run after things, the things you need to achieve. It's extremely important to go after all of these things. But it's also important to live in the moment while you're living, while you're doing all of this, because everything you're doing today is an investment for your future, whether it's something good or whether it's something bad. Every action you take is a path that leads you somewhere. And when you are investing in yourself and in your future, you have to be in the present. You have to enjoy what you're doing right now. And when you don't, and you're speeding things up and you're only focused on getting somewhere, you're missing out on so much detail, so many lessons. I'll describe it to you. Imagine you're playing a game and you have to go from, let's say, house A to house H. It's just a game. And while you're going in the path to house H, there's a lot of keys. And what you do is you ignore the keys because you have to get to your aim as soon as possible. And in doing so, in trying to get to your aim the fastest, what happens is you ignore everything that's around you. And eventually, when you end up to the destination, when you end up reaching that goal and you reach the house, it might need a key. It needs a key. What do? You can't go back anymore because you can't go back twice. So, see, that's very important. Um, we often forget that every moment in our life carries lessons with it. Every day, the things that we experience that are in the way of the success that we want, or the families or people talking to us, needing something from us, each of these are actually opportunities to help you in some way, shape, or form, or at least create memorable moments that you can remember forever. Because let's assume you achieve that success, you achieve that house, you reach that house, you might not even be satisfied because the key is missing. You left the key a long time ago. So just remember that you have to experience and enjoy each moment, and sometimes it just helps to let go, let loose, and just love. And with love, it also means you're supposed to, or you can, love the people around you in a way that you're not expecting things back from them. You love out of your heart of gratitude for them being there, whether they mess up sometimes or not, because we all have weaknesses. We are all imperfect in so many ways. We can't even see it. It's like the most difficult for us people to see our own flaws and our own shortcomings. So it's extremely important you know someone on a deeper level. You love people because love is so scarce. And since we're all so focused on reaching our goals and running after something, we forget that love is still there, that we need the love, that we're all chasing that feeling as well, to be loved while we're chasing for something or chasing our goals. And in quickly chasing our goals, we forget to love, and we basically ignore that need that others have and that need that we have. And just remember that when you give a love to the world, it will always come back to you in other ways as well. So it might not always come in the form that you like, but you will get it back in some way, shape, or form. And it's never wrong to love. We have a perception nowadays that when we love, it's a bad idea. That loving means weakness. If you love someone, you've become weak, you can get easily trampled on, you're a people pleaser. But everyone has different intentions. Sometimes those who love, they love because they're strong, because they didn't let things affect them, because they want to become something, they want to grow, because love means not just loving things for the sake of it just because, but love is also gratitude. So if someone really loves you and you're terrible to them, that's a form of gratitude that they have for having you. Love is gratitude. And we love the things that we go after. So whatever you're going after in your life right now, that's the one thing that you love the most. There's nothing else that you love more than the thing you're going after right now. Yes, it's the thing that keeps you moving. It's the thing that you focus on. It's the thing that you believe brings you the biggest pleasure, or where you will find love. It's very interesting. The things we love can teach us a lot about ourselves. However, just again, we have responsibilities over the people in our lives, because at the end of the day, we're all living life for the first time. We're all seeing things, seeing life, seeing people for the first time. No one lived twice, and some people believe that we do live twice, but no one remembers what happened before if they believe it. So it's like memory erased and we're back. Um, so it's very, very important that we don't miss out on the gift of family, of friends, and we love. And we're also supposed to love what we do, because when we set our feelings into the world, we will get it back as well. You know, it's really interesting how we think that the world actually and the nature are so, have nothing to do with love, and everything in nature is really cruel and everything. But if you really look at how energies and manifestation works, is that whatever you feel, you get. It's the feeling that you bring out in the world that nature gives you. So it's actually different. So if you're loving and you give love to the world, you do it with your heart, and intention is extremely important, extremely important. um you will get it back, and it's not about getting things back. Sometimes it's about just enjoying the moment. And I'll tell you why most of us refuse to love, because we've tried and it was nothing but pain. But the question becomes, was it really love? Like, what did you love? Did you love, or was it attachment? You know, an attachment always comes with pain. Was it like a need, or was it a want? Because when you love out of want, it's different. Because when you love something, someone, family, or like the things that you're doing, the things that you're pursuing, when you love them for the sake of just being them, without any strings attached, without your personal need for it, it's a completely different type of love, and it will never disappoint you. Even if someone was to break your heart or do terrible things to you, you would not need them. You would be like, okay, it is what it is. You will not stop loving them because of what they did. And it's interesting. Yes, when there's bigger things such as betrayal, there's disappointment, but you love them because you thought a specific way about them. You thought they could offer you something, or they're good in a certain way. But if you truly unconditionally love someone, then love is always enough, and it will never hurt. It's like, I love you for who you are. Now, when you love someone and they're bad for you, it's important to not be around them, because you don't want to harm yourself, because some people can harm you and some people do not harm. It's as simple as that. And some people think that if I love someone, no matter how they treat me, I have to stick to them. I have to listen to them. I have to do everything they're doing to me. I have to let them do everything. But that's also very dangerous, because you have to know what exists out there. Maybe you give love, maybe you are loving, maybe you have all the love in your heart, but someone else may have dimmed their love down. Some people may have thrown the love they used to have in their hearts out. Some people even don't know how to feel love anymore. Some people might be emotionally numb because of experiences they've made. So that's extremely crucial to consider, okay? I want you to know this. There are all types of people out there. Everyone is themselves, and everyone has a purpose. And even if someone has dimmed down their love, you shouldn't follow them. You shouldn't be like, oh, I met 20 people and they all broke my heart. Now I need to be cold as well, because that's how the world works. No, they are this way because they lack so much love. They don't know how to love. They might have never experienced it. There's some people who've never experienced love, and there's reasons why they're doing all of this. So instead of hating on them, it's best to just stay away, or understand that you are like lucky. You're lucky that you're able to feel love, that you're able to show affection, and that it actually makes you extremely strong. And but you definitely have to be careful. If someone says I love you and you just easily believe them because you haven't experienced love yourself, you have to be careful and you have to tell yourself, okay, I need to see things for what they are. That there's goodness in the world, and there's also things that are not so good or not so good for us, harmful things in the world. And every person, people are on a spectrum. No one's good, no one's bad. These words don't really exist, but it's on a spectrum pretty much. And um, you have to find out what the person is like, and you have to approach things with empathy. Empathy is love, and if you love someone, you accept them for who they are. You have to see things because, at the end of the day, we didn't choose the environment that we were born into. We didn't choose the people that we would eventually meet. We didn't choose our parents, and we didn't choose how healthy we are. If we have mental issues, if we have health issues, we didn't choose this. And whenever there's someone who's extremely terrible, just know that it could have always been you. And it's not because they're terrible, it's because they didn't receive love. Because a person needs love like, I don't know, like fish needs water. If we don't have love, then we're not healthy. We're not healthy, We're not healthy people. And that's where things can become dangerous. And sometimes it's also the way we choose to interpret our life or interpret the world. When we interpret the world in a positive way or in a negative way, it really affects our worldview, even if we made an experience similar to someone else. So just know that love is important and it actually makes you strong. No matter what happens, if you still want to love, you're one in a million. I've seen people who are loving or good. Everyone's good, Especially when everyone's young, everyone's really good. But they experience things, they experience pain, they experience all of the heartbreak. And you know what happens? They replace love with fear. And with fear, they build up walls. We all do. In some way, shape, or form. We all build up walls based on our experiences. And this is the dangerous part because it really harms us. We build up walls and we don't let anyone break them. And if anyone shows love, we build three walls because we're scared because of the experiences we've made, because of the trust that was broken. But just know that you might not be seeing love in your life, but it exists. And when you make the first step and you love out of pure intention of loving others, you might attract similar people. You might break their walls and go right through their heart. Because eventually that's all what it's about. You love, you spread love, and love is worth so much. And you see all these struggles everyone's going through, how people are cheating. There's so many people cheating out there today. I don't know if it's not okay at all. Everyone's cheating. You see it on social media, you see it in the media. People betray family, betray their friends, they lie to people. There's so much lying going on, so much harm going on because we're all like, let's say, fish without water, and it's not good. And there's no love, no nothing, and so people become so superficial because they think that's what life is about, and they've never experienced the depth of love, and they've also blown their own candle of love. See, it's very dangerous, and I want you to know that you should love, because if you start, then everyone else might follow. And if if they don't follow, it's because they've closed themselves, because they've become a product of their traumas, or let's even say the heartbreak that they've experienced. And don't take it personally. Promise not to take it personally, and don't think the world is like this and I have to be like that, because then you become a part of this chain reaction, and you might end up hurting someone who was full of love. Of love. Yes. So remember that love makes you strong, and if you're able to keep that power within you and not let the world change you, and stay responsible for your own life and your own action and your own character, because you want to be a better person throughout your whole life, no matter how the world treats you. You want to become a better person. You are kinder even if someone's terrible to you. You're kind, you're understanding. It will only elevate you. And again, self-respect is important, because some people, when they see kindness, they see nice people, they think, oh, I can do the things with them. I can use them. I can do all of this. That's where you have to set the limits. If you know that someone's terrible to you and you love them, love doesn't mean giving them everything you have. No, love is not giving people everything you have. Love is understanding them, accepting them, and setting your own boundary. Because at the end of the day, you have to love yourself too. You're also one of those people who deserve unconditional love. You are a person that deserves love. And it's kind of sad if you really think about it. Like, End of the day, it's so sad, but it's also a good thing that nowadays we say we have to love ourselves, we love ourselves because we can't find that love anywhere else. But it's important to balance it. We have to love ourselves and we have to love the outside world, because if we all do it, imagine that one day we receive love and we can love others. Imagine one day, wouldn't this be great? So sometimes we have to start because no one knows what love feels like. No one knows how it feels like to receive love and acceptance and care. Yeah. And there's so many people out there who don't know, who haven't experienced it, and who um, confuse love with attachment and obsession. It's very sad. So maybe find out what love means and know it's not attachment. It has nothing to do with a need, an advertised need. It's not love. And sometimes the goals that we go after, the things that we chase, and we think that we love them, we're trying to fulfill a need. And it's an obsession type that if we don't need it anymore, we don't. We can just go to the next thing. And unfortunately, nowadays, many relationships are built on that need. Yes, so that's it for today. Thank you for listening, and I hope you learned and got some insights on the word love, and how powerful it makes you. Because imagine the world, everyone going through this chain reaction of the lack of love and becoming different and becoming bitter and hating everyone, and you're the one who remains strong and still loves people. How impressive is that? Remember to keep yourself strong and not let the external world influence you, and not become a part of the external world, because the external world is destroyed because of their own experiences. You shouldn't become a part of this. Remain true to yourself and become strong, because that's how you gain power, and don't let yourself get influenced. If you maintain power within yourself, you'll achieve so many things, so many things you don't even know. You'll be so successful in every way, shape, and form. So this is the key. Spreading love actually brings you to success faster than going on this long route and ignoring all the keys. So thank you very much, and hope to see you next time.